Dude, these are some awesome questions. Like, y'all really got deep.
I didn't know this when people cared about me in my life.
When did you feel like there wasn't anything new to learn about your partner? Or are you still learning more as you continue to grow?
No.
Little crumb, save it for later. Holy gosh, you are never not learning about each other.
Nope.
I think right now on our 2nd year of marriage, I feel like I've learned a lot about Eli on our 1st year to where right now I'm just more so just getting used to it. Like now I feel like, okay, we've built a pattern, we've built a routine, and now I just need to get in the hang of that routine. It's like kick back, really have fun. If anything, what new things I'm learning is like, oh shoot, what kind of hair color is he gonna do next? You know, like big things, you know, like I already know about him or else we wouldn't be married right now. Little things, I'm still learning new things from you. You know, like he's really good at speaking and talking to people. You just have that gift of like people want to share things to you, you know?
And I love it, but I wish I knew what to say to make them feel better.
You know what I think though, is that like people are sharing those things for you, but I honestly feel like it's a gift that they are doing that to you because you just have this aura of like, people want to open their heart to you. And I would take that as a gift, as a talent to, yeah, you might not know what to share right now, but I think you should pray about it and think about it really deeply because you do have the right things to say. You do have the experience and the wisdom that you can share to people. You just need to let it out. Right, let's put this away and then let's get our hello hello.
Anyways, I feel like I'm a Filipino man, but I love this thing. It's called halo halo, which stands for meeks meeks. Or it's basically crushed ice with mango ice cream, ube ice cream, a little piece of flan, and then there's some jelly in there, like some grass jelly, different kinds and flavor. Sometimes they put coconut in there. Sometimes they put corn though. I don't like when they put corn, but Jollibee does not put corn. Shout out to Jollibee.
This one's good. What do you guys do to keep the flame lit? After so many years being together, it feels like a routine. I feel like this person has been with their significant other for many years, just like us, so that's probably why she's asking, she is asking this question.
The main thing is, there's a couple of things. One thing is you gotta always maintain your rocking hard abs, and I make sure I always stay on top of that. So I always make sure my body's on point. And I'm just kidding. Honestly, for us, what helped us, honestly, it's a
lot of honestly.
A little honestly. So, oh wait, what are we talking about? Honestly, the way we keep that flame litty is by
having a lot of rosé.
Is by having a lot of rosé. Our relationship is, I feel like for us, the flame is lit because of that comedy, that humor that we have. Yeah. We always find things to laugh about, and that keeps us really just enjoying the relationship. Yeah. I feel like. I
feel like don't take things so seriously.
Not so seriously.
Maybe go back to the basics. Go back to when you were first dating. What made you like this person a lot? And what made me like Eli a lot is the thickness. I'm kidding. We like Eli a lot from the very beginning was his humor. Like he just made me laugh. So I always want to go back.
I remember the first joke I told you when we first ever went on our first date.
What was the first joke?
I was doing it with my brother Daniel. Shout out Daniel. I was practicing it the night before with my brother. I was like, hey, this was the joke that I'm going to start with when I go out with Keisha tomorrow. I had like a 92 Honda Accord, like a really ghetto car. Oh,
yo, it squeaks.
It was ghetto. It squeaked a lot.
I can hear him a mile away.
I told my brother, like, first line I'm going to say is, oh, hey, you know, my BMW's in the shop, but this is all they had left to rent. So this is why we have this car tonight. And then my brother's like, oh yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty good, bro. Honestly, it's not funny at all. But
yeah, because laughed. I laughed, I giggled, but I actually believed it. Joke's on
That's
me.
the real joke.
Joke's on me.
Joke is on you for sure.
Because you were broken. To keep the flame lit, you have to go back to the basics of how you guys first got attracted to each other. And you know, because that's the honeymoon stage of your relationship. And to me, it was the humor. So Eli would always go back to him being silly and you know, and bringing happiness in our marriage.
For you, what you do is you've always been very caring. I remember in our relationship, like when we were our first or second date, like I had if you guys don't know, just long story short, I twitch a little bit here and there once in a while. So I kept on doing this movement here. And the whole day she's like, are you okay? Do you need like, maybe you should go get a massage, you know, you should do this. And then she's like, I was like, no, it's okay. I didn't want to tell her because I was kind of embarrassed in the beginning. But I remember she reached over and then she just starts massaging my back. And I was like, she started massaging my back.
I just felt bad. I'm like, is he going through like...
but it wasn't a pure, genuine way. And
it was very pure.
Yeah, it was very pure.
It was very pure.
Right. It was very genuine. And she really, at that point, she was like, really, she cared about fixing whatever it was that was making me move. She's like, oh, let me like loose that knot. More so now in our relationship as we've gotten to know each other more. Very caring. Always puts me first. Always protects me, even though, you know, I'm the one protecting, I should be the one protecting her, but sometimes she jumps in like she's ready to fight for me, and I really appreciate that about her.
I'm ready to throw it down.
She's ready to throw it down.
I hope that helped. And also I think to keep the flame lit is like trying new things together. Adventure. Me and Eli are like so into this whole content creating and being creative together, and it helped that both him and I are in the creative field, because it really, putting us together, joining us together it's also a nightmare, but it is also literally a great project.
We get to keep each other accountable.
Yeah, keeping each other accountable. So that's kind of like finding something that we're good at, that we can intermix and intertwine together to make something great. To us, to me, I feel like that's lit. Hey.
Litty.
Where do you guys see yourselves in the next 5 years?
Next 5 years, I see us holding one baby Eli. Not even a baby by then.
So a baby Chim?
Maybe a baby kimchi or a baby egg roll.
Maybe a baby bean.
Maybe
black bean.
Maybe a baby. Maybe hey, maybe a baby pho. Having a kid, and I think I'm really excited about it. I love kids, and I cannot wait to have one of our own. Not sure if we'll be living here in the Bay Area in 5 years, to be honest with you, but I don't know where that stands. But I definitely see us. The things that I do see is, you know, us having kids. Being very involved still in the things that we love to do though at the same time, so creatively. So that's what I see.
Probably having my own like salon suites, or even like maybe an upper kind of like upper level of in my career right now, for sure. I see both you and I definitely at least like a kid or two in the next 5 years with a puppy, because I've always wanted
puppy. Rue, little Rue.
We're gonna name him Rue.
Don't you steal that. Don't steal that.
I'm more excited about having a puppy than a kid right now, but I feel like later on it's gonna hit me, you know. How do you keep a positive vibe all the time?
The reason I keep a positive attitude all the time is because it really helps me get through the harder struggles that I might go through, or just anything. I've learned that positivity is the key to a happier life. So I try to stray away from negativity. I shake it, I dodge it. I need to be. Sometimes I don't feel like being positive, but I'm positive just because if you're positive, even when you don't feel like it, that will create real positivity within yourself.
How do we keep a positive vibe as a couple? I feel like we're always laughing at everything.
Yeah, we're always laughing.
We have a joke. Just honestly,
we have our own language.
We have our own, oh my gosh, we have our own legit
I'm gonna go
language.
to bed and then I'm gonna go shopping.
You're gonna go on a bill and everybody gonna get a ski. I don't know what the heck it is. It's like, you guys have watched Lilo and Stitch. Language. It's literally Stitch / Tagalog / Spanish.
Ask me to say something.
Okay, I don't like that guy.
Akin man nalagay na person ng nagawadi.
Why naman ang kid is lagay naman nagawadi?
Man kid's weird. I'm a little bit weird. I'm gonna wake about it.
I don't even know.
It's baby talk, you know, with
Spanish,
a little bit of
Tagalog, Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. Like, I don't even know how we came about. We just laugh about the things that we go through sometimes, like things that are hard, trials, like what he said, and things that, you know, upset us and frustrate us or give us anxiety. We honestly just know how to handle it and make it a humorous thing. Again, we just take our problems and make it into something that is a joyful problem. And by doing that, sometimes you just have to not take things way too seriously.
Yeah.
What boundaries have you guys laid out when it comes to families, friends, work, etc.? Or what about just like boundaries in general with everyone?
I need to consult before making decisions, because I feel like boundaries is more of, you know, communicating, because I would cross that boundary at times by just making decisions on my own without asking, you know, just because I feel like, well, why do I need to really ask? And it's not so much that you're asking, it's that you're being a team player, because marriage is a team effort. And you really have to let your partner know what decisions you're making, whether it's small or large. At least that's what I'm learning, in order to really, you know, create success in that marriage.
With family and friends, that's still definitely a challenge for me. I do believe that setting boundaries is very important. I never knew what boundary meant until I felt that somebody crossed my boundary. And that's when I'm like, you know what, I need to establish a boundary. I'm in my season of life where I need to have space with people that I love, or have space with family and friends, because I allow people sometimes to talk over the things, over my problems. I overshare before, because I'm an open book, and sometimes it's important to not share everything to your family and friends, and to be a little bit more aware of the things that you share. So I think for me, it's just giving some space, and loving people from a distance sometimes is an important boundary to have. Right now in my season of, do you guys collab a lot, like for weddings and stuff? I think when you say collab, when I read this, it's more like a package deal, because we do have a package deal professionally on our contract, that if you book me, you get like certain percentage off, or if you book him and I together, you get like a certain incentive as far as package deals. So in that sense of collaboration, yes,
we do offer package deals. Yes.
So hit us up if you're getting married.
Quick promo ad. Punch in. You skipped the one where it says, what do you love about your husband?
Oh, sorry.
How dare you? Wow.
Season, my love for you is different within different things, because some things just, you know, level up much more than the other. Currently right now, what I love about Eli is dependability. Like, he is the man that I can depend on. He might not be the perfect guy to get things done here, or to have things here, or to clean this or that, but if I'm serious about something, I would hit him up, or ask him for a favor, or if it's something really serious or something really important for me and he knows that it's very valuable to me, I ask him and it gets done. You know what I mean? So I can honestly say you're that one person in my life that I can 100% guarantee that will always have my back and come through.
Same.
Any situation.
I feel the same about you.
Is there anything you would do differently with your guys' wedding?
Nothing on my end.
Nothing on a man's perspective, but for sure for every girl who is kind of like me, who's a control freak about their wedding stuff, you're gonna find millions of things you want to change. Number one, I really wanted a carriage. Yes, I'm that extra. I am the Cinderella, you're traditional Cinderella that wanted a carriage. That didn't happen because I don't want to spend freaking $1,000 for an hour of having a carriage, okay? It's just not practical. Yeah, I wanted a little bit more bougie wedding, but we have to be practical.
How did y'all afford the gorgeous wedding?
People think we spent like hundreds of thousands for a wedding. I think it's because we just knew how to pick the right things.
Plus, we also had a lot of connections with, you know, wedding vendors that we worked with also.
Correct.
That helped us a lot.
Yes, that helped us a lot. And I am also a type A person. I will plan something and I wanted to get it done. And I am a little bit extra. We are definitely an extra couple. If anything, we could have made our wedding a little bit extra, but you know, we're not millionaires. But it does appear like we spent a lot. We still did spend a lot. I'm not saying we didn't, but it seems like we spent double the amount than what we spent.
Yeah.
Because we just knew how to make things appear as if they are luxurious and fancier.
Oh, what would you do if you had one day to live on Earth? If I had one last day to live on this Earth, I would get a bowl of ice cream, my favorite Netflix show. I would make love to my sweet wife, and then I would eat that ice cream and watch shows for the rest of the rest of that day.
One day to live here on Earth. I'm gonna be the serious one and say that I'm probably gonna call all my loved ones and tell them how much I love them, call the people that I haven't forgiven and tell them that I forgive them and I'm sorry for the things that I've done wrong.
What is something that you have to compromise since you've started living together as a married couple?
I feel like I didn't need to compromise anything, maybe not yet. nothing big yet, but because right now we're both kind of learning to live together, but I never feel like I really compromised something for you.
Yeah, me neither. I don't feel like I compromised anything.
Yeah.
Since moving in together. Yeah. I mean, probably like, because I used to have a lot of girls, I had to bench them all.
Wow.
Since I moved in. How do you deal with disagreements? Do you all need space, then talk about it, or do you talk about it right then and there?
Oh my gosh, I am definitely the one that likes to have space. Because when I'm angry, I'm angry. I'm like Ursula. I'm like the biggest villain you'll ever meet. I need my space, especially if it's really, really deep. And I tell Eli, I need my space.
Yeah.
Leave me for a second or two because I need to just rethink things, because I hate to be that person that say the wrong things out of anger, because some words you can never return, right? I tend to just be like, rah! Like, you know, like I'll go crazy.
I like to handle things right then and there, but I've learned that she likes to have space. So I guess I have compromised then.
Yeah.
Compromise because you have to compromise to not necessarily do things the way you want to do it. So the way I want to solve it and the way that I know would really be more successful in solving something, the way she likes to have it done, is sometimes somewhat of a compromise, because I'm compromising the way that I like to do it, which is to just talk about it now. Because I know if we wait and then talk about it, things will end up better for us and we're able to communicate it well.
Right. That's actually
good question. Good question. Any tips on how to deal with significant others who have a hard time communicating their feelings? So you're not the one having the hard time communicating. They are.
You need to really establish and push them to communicate. If you really love that person and you're willing to keep trying, I think you need to continue to reestablish that communication is key to have a successful relationship. But there's also a boundary. You gotta make sure you set your boundaries, because you can't be the person that's always overly communicating and that person keeps trying not to communicate. You know, I think you can see when somebody's really making the effort to want to communicate, or somebody that just avoids communication because they're afraid of drama. They're afraid of conflict. So there's two different. So make sure that, yes, you establish and let that person know. You be the one to communicate and let them know that they need to talk to you, be in depth and go on a deeper level with you through communicating to be able to have a successful relationship. But you can only give and tell them as much as you're able to, because I mean, if it's been years, you know, that's a problem. But in the beginning, you know, maybe you can aid that person, right, to help communicate. I had a hard time confronting situations and drama in the beginning. Like, I tend to keep things on my own. I didn't want to deal with drama. I had to be the person to grow up, and he had to be the one to tell me, like, you need to confront situations and tell me what's up. You know, what's the problem? I need you to tell me and communicate that with me, or else it's not gonna work out.
How do you guys manage time together with all the works and events every day?
That's a good question. Honestly, we just make it work. Like,
it's hard to make time, right?
It's hard to make time. Like, honestly, it's never perfect at all. Like, every week is different for us because our schedule is different every week. We try not to work on Sundays anymore, because Eli, sometimes he does like DJ lessons with a student and he coaches and stuff. But we try to keep Sunday our like nothing planned except church together, serve together, and family time together, and me and you time together. And we also make time at least like once or twice a month to have a date night. Especially right now, we don't have kids. Like, this is the best time for us to be doing that right now. But we are intentionally planning date nights together. And
I think it's really easy to not think about going on dates when you're living together, because you're already seeing each other every day. You're eating together every day. You're like, oh, you want to eat out today? Like, let's just go have, you know, like, let's go pick up something on the way. You know, like, you don't think about really dating, because you're like, we're seeing each other every day already. So it's important to make time to actually, there's a difference between like living together and like just seeing each other every day and actually doing something together as a
outside of like household stuff. Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody, for all the questions that you sent. We really appreciated you guys joining in on our giveaways. We would love to do more giveaways.
Love it.
For you guys, because we truly enjoy giving a little bit of what we have to everybody that wants to follow us and who's always supported us in our music.
Really appreciate it.
In my career and hair and our creativity and our creative art work, whatever you want to call it.
Stay tuned, you guys. We have some great stuff coming up, and I hope you guys never get tired of us. That is it for the
Thanks.
Drop the beat and get it poppin', you can feel the same.